Hey everybody, this is Ryan Young with South Bay Lakers. I'm here with South Bay Lakers General Manager Nick Mazzella. Nick, the team is in first place, clinched a playoff spot. If you could kind of go through maybe some of the factors of success that you've seen with this team, what kind of sticks out to you?
Sure. A lot to go over. I think the main thing this season has just been the synergy between the parent team and us. I think, through Joey Buss's leadership and then buy-in from Rob and Magic, you're really seeing the two teams more connected than ever. You look at a guy like Thomas Bryant, who's been assigned to us for most of the year pretty consistently, practicing with our guys and playing with our guys. I think he's played in 35 games so far, so that was really big for us and I think for Thomas's development. Obviously, Zubats was with us a little bit too, and that was great for him, and now you see him contributing on the Laker end, so that's been rewarding. I think the two-way contracts has been a real fun experiment this year. And you see a guy like Alex Caruso who's making big contributions with the Lakers when he's up with them. So those type of things really tie the two teams together a lot. Overall, though, I think this season our coaching staff's done a tremendous job. We got off to a hot start, which is always important. And then we've kind of gone through a few ups and downs with players coming in and out. VJ Beacham and Steven Zimmerman, both had pretty significant injuries this season that we've been trying to get through, but other guys have stepped up. We're playing really well in February. Here in March, we've had some guys coming and going, which is always a good thing, or usually a good thing. But yeah, we're really excited heading into the playoff stretch. I think when we're at full strength and we're playing the right way, we're a very tough team to beat. So hopefully we could secure this first round bye and really make a good run here.
Speaking of the playoff format, it's changed this year. Could you kind of describe to somebody that might not be checked into the changes to the format as to kind of what the playoffs look like now compared to what they looked like before?
Sure. In the past, 4 teams from each conference would make the playoffs, and it would be 3-game series. Because we want to cut down travel, it used to be the lower seed would actually start at home and play 1, and then you travel on the road for the final for games 2 and 3. So, that setup was a little tough, I think. You could argue who has the advantage. You win that first home game as the low seed, then you're going on the road and putting, the team with the higher seed has pressure to win back-to-back games at home. So this year, with, a few more teams in the league, we're doing 6 teams from each conference. So that's been fun. The top 3 division winners, plus the other, 3 wild card teams. So the top 2 seeds will get a first round bye, and then it's single elimination now up until the finals. And then once you're in the finals, it's 1-1-1. So with single elimination, pros and cons, it'll definitely be exciting. But at any point you have one bad game and you're out. So.
Speaking of maybe some of the advantages, because South Bay right now is in the 2 seed, they would get a bye. Especially with the player movement like you talk about, how big do you think practice time is for these guys to be able to practice together before a game as to maybe compared to an NBA team?
It's really important, as so long as you have, the guys that you think you'll have have in your game. But with a league that's this competitive in single elimination, first off, the first round bye is huge. It's almost, hate to say it, but it's almost like avoiding a coin flip to advance. So for us, it would be great just to get back, get healthy. Have some practice time together. We're finishing the season on a 3-game road trip over 5 or 6 days, finishing with a back-to-back on the final day of the season. So for us, just to be able to get back and get a little bit of rest, get healthy, and hopefully get a day or 2 of good practice with our core, I think would be really big. So for us, it's really important to get that first round bye. But if we don't, it's just got to be ready, come back, and be ready to go right when we get back.
Speaking of the core, Travis Ware was part of the core this year, played a key role in obviously a lot of the wins that the team had and the success, but now he's getting more familiar with Laker fans because he's been up with the Lakers. What have you seen maybe evolve in his game or maybe certain things he improved to kind of stick out to Lakers brass and say, hey, we need to sign this guy to a 10-day contract and then sign him again?
Right. I just think he's evolved a lot. I think he's, last year he was playing great at the start of the season. He had a concussion that really set him back. I think he missed a couple weeks with that. But I think it's just been him proving that he's not just this 3-point shooter that you put in the corner. He's really taken pride in becoming a better defender, a better rebounder. And you saw it all season with South Bay, and you're seeing it with the LA Lakers as well right now. I think what was big for him is just, continuity. We were able to have him in our system and training, starting with Laker training camp last year, coming in as with the, at the time, LA Defenders last year. We were able to bring him back for Summer League, and then Laker training camp for a little bit this year, and then South Bay again. And then I think when it came time for the Lakers needing a body, you all of a sudden have a guy that's crushing it, in the G League, but also a guy that the Laker coaching staff is completely confident in and familiar with. And I think because of the time he spent with us, in our system, whether it's Summer League or Laker training camp, the guys had confidence in him. And, you saw Luke pretty much played him right away in that first game in San Antonio, and Travis is able to compete and help them get a win, and a few more since then. So he's just a guy that's been ready to play. I think he deserves this shot, and I'm happy to see him succeed. But he's a guy that just really has made it a point to become not just this three-point specialist, but to be a guy that takes pride defensively and a guy that's going to fight hard for rebounds and play the right way.